everyone. Today is, I almost said Wednesday, it's Thursday, and I just wanted to speak about a current issue that is happening. Not with me personally, but I do have some experience on it. Without giving too much information away, well, I guess I kind of already touched on it, but my brother-in-law is going through some issues of his own, and related to that, his partner is wondering what to tell their family. And so I was talking to him about this, and so I feel like I should give my take. So, I've pretty much done a lot of different issues. I've pretty much done a lot of different options. Unfortunately, I've actually been through this a lot, so I've had the time to do a bunch of different options. But anyways, I have told the truth. I have lied. I've made something up. I've told a little bit of the truth, but not like the whole truth, so it still sounded better. I tried to like turn it into something that it wasn't and tried to make it sound better than it was. I tried a whole bunch of stuff. And really the only thing that worked and the only thing that felt the best was telling the truth. So, let me try to think of like an actual like example. Okay, so when I first started going to Nar meetings, I was feeling better about myself, obviously. And so let's see, this was like last year. So one of the times, he went to rehab. My mom came over to visit me and our daughter because it was her birthday. And so she asked me where he was. And I was, of course, I was thinking about it all day, like, I'm going to have to think of something. I'm going to have to say something. I'm going to have to make up some lie or whatever. And then finally I was just like, you know what? He's not here because I kicked him out and told him he couldn't live here anymore because he was not clean or sober. So, and she just looked at me and I'm like, oh my God, here it goes. But no, she looked at me and said, okay. And that was it. And like, she just said that she trusted me and what was going on. And I was like, wow. Like, not that I think that she would be unsupporting, but it was just really strange. So I'm like, wait, okay. Like, obviously she's been supportive, but like, if most of what she sees, like 90% is me just like being a wreck and a mess and having no idea what's going on and being miserable and sad and lonely and freaking out and stuff, she's probably not going to have the best idea about things because that's all that she sees. But if she sees me, doing something about it and feeling okay, then that's a completely different story. So my thing is that, okay, you kind of have to stand behind your relationship if that's what you want to do in this kind of situation. Because if you lie, it's going to make it worse because then people are going to wonder why you lied and, wonder why you're so weird about it in the first place. And plus, if you don't tell the whole truth, it kind of makes people become distrustful of you, just like how you feel about the other person. They're hiding all these things from you and this and that. And it doesn't really foster the most positive, accepting, good, healthy relationship with you and anyone else. So it's kind of starting things off on the wrong foot. So for me, I try to be, within the limits of my comfortability, but I try to be as honest as possible because if I don't, it's just going back to like, the whole, sorry, my arm's getting tired. The whole environment of being distrustful and sneaky and stuff, and it's just weird. I don't like it. I realize that I don't like it. I don't want to do it. It's not good. So, yeah. So there's that side of it. Also, our daughter is getting older to the point where she understands things. Like, she's not a little baby. She understands when people aren't around or they're gone. And so that was another thing, like, what do we tell her? Like, I don't know. And of course, we talked to our therapist about it. She has a therapist too. We talked to her about it because, I was really concerned. Like, is she gonna like have any kind of issues because of this? Is she gonna like have issues like I did? Is she gonna? And so after, going to therapy, we realized that she is fine. She has healthy attachments to both of us, and we just have to explain it in ways that she will understand. She's 4. So we can't, go into depth on things because she's not going to understand and she doesn't really need to hear it anyways. But we told her that Dada is at the doctor's and that's what she knows. He comes and visits, or back when he couldn't come and visit, we went to visit him, and that was just how things were. I don't know, and it seems like it's going fine, and I check in with the therapist every week to make sure that she's fine and everything's going well. So apparently that's working. So we have that, and then we just kind of just answer things as they come up. If she has a question about something, we answer it. And so I don't know. I just wanted to talk about that because I feel like it's something that a lot of people struggle with. Like even, obviously I'm not like, 16 and I live with my parents or something. Like I can say, I guess, whatever I want, which is weird, but. And I know that there's people older than me, I see them on Facebook groups and stuff that have the same issues, like, well, what do I tell my parents? What do I tell my family? Because obviously your parents care about you and they love you, in most situations. I know there's some situations where that sucks because they don't. But in my situation, they just care and they just want to see that I'm okay, like if I'm, a wreck and everything, then obviously they're going to be upset. It's like with my daughter, like, if something happens to her and she's a complete mess about it, then I'm going to be really concerned because I'm going to be like, are you okay? But if she's fine, then I'm not going to be that concerned about it because, she's doing fine. Like if she falls at a park, her reaction is how I react to it. So yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. And of course, if anybody has any contradictory advice or anything, feel free to share because I'm only sharing from my experience. That's all I know. I can't speak for anybody else. I can only speak for me. But for me, those are the things that have helped the most, just being honest. And you don't have to be completely like you don't have to tell them everything, like you can do it however it feels comfortable for you, but I just feel like, not telling the whole truth and like purposely being, I'm going to say deceitful, even though I feel like that's kind of a negative word for this, but if you're purposely not telling the truth or trying to change it in a way, I feel like that's a little bit different. And I hope that you guys can tell the difference between that, because I'm trying to, get my point across. I don't know if it's coming around that clear, but that's my thoughts on it. Like I said, feel free to share. But I just feel like honesty is the best policy in this situation. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you have anything that you want to add to that or whatnot. And yeah, I will be on here again soon.